Welcome back to English Classroom Language course. On this meeting, you will learn about beginning of the lesson. Here are several topics that we will discuss on this meeting. The first one, greetings. Introduction, time to begin, put your things away, register, lateness, a perception, and the last we will have conclusion. Morning talks number 1. Please watch video from Mr. Agung Binus School Bekasi doing teaching and learning activity. After that, please answer some questions given.
Choose 3. And then on each tree, you need to design at least 2. Even though that's at least 2. So at least you're going to take 6 design. Okay, it's mentioned 3 for each. But I'm very generous on you, so I'm decreasing into 6. Then by next week. Oh, I am. Even though I'm very generous, but you're not very flexible and very respectful. Do that. Yes. Okay. Alright, so now have your attention. Alright, you must YouTube. It's not time for YouTube. Okay. Mute your Spotify. No drinking. No water. No food. Put it down. I just stand with you, pretending like ECL1. Stop acting like that, come on. Don't make me scolding you all the time. Oh, I don't want it. Okay? Alright, review a bit. We're going to review a bit. Type of brand. Those are the type. You can mention what's the example. Founder? Or what's the brand based on founder? Nike? Yes. So that's from what name? Adidas. Adidas. Come on. Be more specific. What else? Descriptive? What is it? Microsoft?
Aku
you know something about descriptive? Describe what the money or describe the business side.
Yang nggak ada. Kata di body works.
Apa fabricated? That's a big one. Fabricated? Fabricated? Your camera, your photocopy machine.
Nggak tahu.
Puji. Okay, kenapa? Okay, if you doesn't know what's going I need to learn. Yes.
Dia nggak ngerti.
English, please. For us, Mr. Ross gonna study with me again.
Okay, guys, very much, guys. Baik. Yes.
Okay. Kenapa? What's in the language? You learn about English.
Metaphor.
Metaphor.
Something that is not true.
Something not true. So it's like you're lying, guys.
No, I mean like not literal. Yeah, not the real meaning.
Okay, so like comparing things. Remember the Amazon?
Uma.
Uma?
You apa UPS ya?
Hey, presenting. What's presenting?
What is presenting?
Something that is not related at all.
Apple. No, because Apple is a fruit, and then they selling a technology.
What else?
Samsung.
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 You're just mentioning all generations here. Bango and Keisha. Or the Saracens. Bukan that's the logo. Alright. Okay, Representative.
What is the next one?
Hey, Representative. You know what's Representative?
No.
Describe the meaning. Describe the meaning. Let's say, have you heard about Adam Sari?
Yeah.
Describe the benefit, right? The benefit when you drink the Adam Sari, it feels so cold. Okay? Alright, combination. Someone said Kadek, this is combination.
Combination.
So happy with it. Okay, so your class. This is only a review, so the task, as you should finish by next week, this. Choose 3 of these types, all 8 types of bread. Design at least 2 of each type. Original design. Okay? You say Photoshop, very high. No Canva. Paint, come on. Can you give me your attention, please? Alright, we'll discuss about another topic. Typography and anatomy. Do you know what's typography? Typo? Do you know what's the meaning of typo? Well, that's the typo, yeah. During the mistyping, yeah, typo. Hey, typography actually is the most, what's the basic, the wall design thing, right? All they use text, font, right? Okay? So mostly they use text on every design that they use. Mostly. Why typography is important? Why do you think it's important? Track people.
To be authentic.
Okay? The factors that affect things. What type? Okay? The reader, whether you're going to use the lowercase or uppercase, and also the serif, the sans serif or the serif. Okay? The other one, the weight and weightage of your text, and the size and the reading distance. Okay? Reading distance. Space. Also the reading, texting, and writing, most of what's the same.
I don't want to be your friend. Itu juga gitu, Bapak.
Because I don't want you to get married.
Hasil lumayan dulu itu ada hasil ini gimana?
Yeah, that's why I want to ask you. Yeah. Yeah, I like to ask you how to achieve. So we'll try to support away from this color. Oh,
Oh, Jen, fake friend. Come on.
jahat banget.
You keep laughing from the beginning and not doing anything. Nah, see?
Saya nggak tahu nih.
Welcome, my guys.
Now, you have watched the observation video, then please answer the questions below or upload your answer on Classroom with video observation meeting 2 as the subtopic on the Classroom. Great! You already know a little preview about beginning of the lesson. So what is a good beginning of the lesson should be? There we go! The first one, greetings. There are several reasons why you should greetings your students before teaching. The first reason is getting personal engagement between you and your students. Second, increasing students' academic engagement. Third, decrease disruptive classroom behavior. Last, happier and optimistic behavior. As stated by Harper 2018 that positive greetings before teaching increase students' academic engagement by 20% and decrease disruptive classroom behavior by 9% according to Journal of Positive Behavior. Therefore, teachers are asked to make the day on bright note using a warm greeting so students feel happier for coming to the school and having more optimistic mindset. Next, here are several expressions that you can use to talk with your students. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, class. Hello, everyone. How are you today? How was life? Are you feeling better today, Tasha? Today is a very cold, isn't it? What a sunny day. What a lovely day. What a rainy day. The second part of beginning of the lesson is introduction. The reason why you need to introduce yourself before teaching are: first, helps your students know about who you are. Second, makes your students know about the general information of your teaching schedule. Third, do not forget to mention several important information such as your full name, what subject did you teach, what grade, what semester, and how many hours which you will be teaching of later. Here is the example. My name is Miss Anderson. I'm your new ICT teacher. I will be teaching you ICT this year. I have got to lessons with you each week. Next is time to begin. Your students probably running in from lunch or another class. Their mind also probably not focused on the task at hand later. To remain students focused before getting in to begin your lesson, start by praying or doing a perception activity so that your students can be more focused and ready to learn. After you think that your students and class ready to begin, you can use the expression given to begin your lesson. Okay class, let's begin today's lesson. Let's begin our lesson now. Is everybody ready to start? It's time to begin. Please stop talking. I'm waiting for you to be quiet. We will not start until everyone is quiet. Another thing that you need to do at the beginning of the lesson is ask your students to put the things away. Before your teaching, some things could be supporting your ideas or disruptive your teaching activity. Therefore, it is better that you say several instructions clearly to make sure that if your student is ready. Some of your students' table could be in a mess, where every book from the last subject or other things are gathered together in their table. The right instruction will be so much helpful if it's said in the correct way and have a good timing. Here are several examples to ask your students to put their things away. Close your books. Put your books away. Pack your things away. The next one is register. Taking attendance or registering before going to the main lesson is another important thing to do. In this activity, you can know who is your student's name, how to call their full name, get to know about their nickname, and get personal engagement between you and your students. Pay attention to the expression below so you can use it to know your student's attendance. Who is absent today? Who is not here today? What's the matter with Jim today? Why were you absent last Friday? What's wrong with Anna today? Lateness. Coming on time is a must both for teachers or students. However, in some cases, students might come to class late and miss the class for an exact time. You need to pay attention for students who have this problem. Do not ever ignore the important thing for asking the reason why they coming late. Here is the expression that you can ask for your students why they are coming late and how to give response toward it. Where have you been? We started 10 minutes ago. What have you been doing? Did you miss your bus? Did you oversleep? Do not let it happen again. The last one is a perception. Did you ever do a perception before teaching and learning? If yes, on this section we will recall your experience when doing a perception. If no, please follow this last section. A perception, or in other terms called pre-activity, is the activities to make the student ready to learn later. Teachers can repeating their previous lesson material or doing brainstorming about the next topic that will be discussed on that day. It can be done by giving motivational stories, music, watching videos, and games. Based on Herbert 2017, stated that teachers can select or combine several activities for doing a perception, such as strange and unpredictable acting, fun and interesting story, brainstorming, and game. The reason why a perception is essential because it focuses on the understanding, knowledge gaining, and ability improvement of the students based on Brother and Friends 2016. Here is the expression that you can use for students to conducting a perceptions. Before we start our lesson today, please watch the video given. I have a small box on my hand. Can you guess what is it? If I said game over, what is come up on your mind? When I said left, you need to raise your right hand. And you can use another words that you can ask to your students to do. Before ending this online meeting, please do the case studies as follow on the screen. Conclusion. We can conclude today's topic into several sub-discussions. There are 7 ways for teachers to decide which are appropriate for their lesson. If you think it is important and can add more value on teaching and learning activities, it can be your references. Whereas, for new teachers, it is important to follow all of the sequences. Okay teachers, that's all about today's topic. Hope it will make you easier for managing your classroom activities at the beginning of the lesson. English fun, English easy.